Blessings, BookTube. I want to share a little scripted review of Notre de Paris by Victor Hugo for you. Um, I found this while I was searching for the paid reviews that I shared with you, one of which I shared with you recently. And it came from a blog series that I did at a time when I was running a film viewing and discussion club, if you will, and in Columbia, South Carolina. And I was keeping a blog of these movie adaptations of classic literary works. At that time, I was watching the Criterion Collection. My best friend was a ex-film student who challenged me to watch the classics like I read the classics. I agreed and watched much of the Criterion Collection at the time. It's grown since, and but there were many great literary adaptations on there, as well as some others that you can find on YouTube in better, worse quality. And I don't know how or why, but I think that somehow I ended up doing a Disney because I'm pretty sure that this is a review of the Disney version of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Um, there's some amazing versions. Lawton's version is really good. Lon Chaney had a older version. But yeah, this is the details make it sound to me like this is the Disney version I'm reviewing. And I think that's because I wanted to take a look at a more popular, no one was reading my blog, and I thought, oh, let me look at a popular adaptation. Maybe people will be interested in that. Much like my YouTube channel. And sadly, I had, as much material for this blog now almost completely forgotten even by me, as I have a YouTube channel, and it's all gone now. I don't know if those blogs are kept anywhere in the ethosphere, but I don't have any access to it other than this one little excerpt that I found. It's got a little epitaph. It says, "On a poor man's pillow, you can draw a rich man's dreams." Now, in the first sense, it's going to reference Hernani. Hernani was a play written by Victor Hugo. Victor Hugo is one of the biggies of Romanticism, and he changed a few things about classic French, Alexandrine, Racine theater, and people didn't like it. There were riots. Gautier was there, Théophile Gautier in his purple waistcoat, and it was a big battle. They called it the Battle of Hernani, and so that's what's referenced in the very first sentence of this. I will say that I recognize 4 or 5 of the allusions, literary allusions, and a couple others that are clearly just meant to be more sort of poetic. But there's clearly some obscurantist ones in here as well that I won't pretend to understand anymore. So apparently that was the style that I had reached at this point with my blog. But I think there's just enough there to hold on to get an idea of the bigger picture. The last thing I want to remind you of is that, because I don't discuss it in this blog for some reason, or at least not in this one paragraph of it that I have, it's not the Hunchback of Notre Dame. People are like talking about the Disney, live action adaptations and the problems of the main character. He's not the main character. He's not the title character anyway. The cathedral is, and not just the cathedral, Notre Dame de Paris, Notre Dame, Our Lady, the Virgin Mother of Paris. So it's about Paris. It's about the Virgin Mother. It's about sanctuary for her children. You've got the Hunchback. You've also got Esmeralda. Which one is a gypsy? Which one isn't? They're changelings. That is left out of the Disney thing altogether and most of the adaptations. But it's very important to the history of Romanticism because the history of Romanticism is full of these, child of nature, sibling-esque, near love couplings um, that like you have here. So here we go. The film begins with the devastation of a play, resounding the Battle of Ernani. And the poet can't compete with the goat, let alone with a gypsy girdle. His hero is a half-mute king of fools. Everything is not permitted. Esmeralda just wants to ride away till daybreak, but not on poor Quasimodo. So much for charity. And the poor poet's in the noose because he wasn't strong enough to cop wood. The goat dreams of sweet garbage, and the poet of love and other impossible things. Rags! The pursuit of money is always troublesome. But don't forget, he's not the king. What alchemy can turn the jeering mob to kindness? Hell's no hotter for one sin, but the world 10 times as pleasant. Anyway, it isn't crimes tried in the court of miracles, but accidents, like birth defects. We're brothers, your face, my soul. But what a tangle. The alchemist loves the gypsy who loves the knight, married to the poet, and Quasimodo is out in the cold. Meanwhile, Hugo goes to great lengths to keep Our Lady chaste. Her husband hasn't had her, and the alchemist interrupts the captain's possession. Hidden demons are often discovered by fools, as the alchemist is juror. But the dwarf's no fool, and the alchemist is not fit to judge. Love life, the language of witchcraft. Too much of a good thing can make you deaf as a gargoyle. In the end, Madonnas must be breached. The poet narrator is often Gregoire or something like that, I think his name is. It's often left out as well of these versions, not sure why, but also a very important part of the original, which is famous for its digressions. But its digressions are not digressions. If you remember that the title character is the cathedral, then obviously it should have long, long, long passages describing it like any other character. So there you have it. I thought I'd share another little scripted review with you because I know you guys like those. And it's a more popular title, so maybe it'll get a few viewers. Or at least commenters is what I really want. If you've seen the version, what do you think? What would you like to see the live action adaptation do? Be a little more faithful to Victor. Bring back the changeling in the importance of the changeling relationship, for example, or muddy the waters of each of the characters. Quasimodo is quite more vicious than a hero or victim character should be. What's his name? Phoebus is much more problematic. And even the Frollo has some good in there as well. Adopting and his reasons for adopting Quasimodo. Nothing's neat and Disney-esque in Victor's original work, and I would encourage you, therefore, to always go to the originals.